What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I want to talk about how narcissists handle rejection. But first, I'm going to take us back, and I'm going to be looking down a lot. I'm going to explain it to y'all in a minute why I'll be looking down on my phone. I'm recording from one of my other phones because the one I normally use, I have to read some stuff off of it. So yesterday, I talked about 5 things that people say when they feel played. And I meant people in general, not just narcissists. But again, I want to talk about how narcissists handle rejection. And the reason why I want to talk about that is the conversation that took place between me and this other person at work. And he's the person who felt played because I'm not interested in him, period, just simple as that. And so it's like he's pushing it. And we have each other's number. Everybody at work have each other's number. We're even in a group text. No big deal. We communicate. We work together. That's how I look at it. Completely innocent. And it's just something that goes over his head. Some narcissists, they have this arrogance about them to where they kind of get beside themselves and they do some things that, it comes to you as a surprise. Like, where did that come from? Because one, you never looked at them that way. I don't look at you as someone that I would give that type of chance to because I'm not interested in you. And then I might have a type. So I never looked at this person that way, and I don't understand why he just don't get it. But then again, we could be talking about a narcissist. So by the end of this video, y'all can help me determine, is he really a narcissist, or, is this just one of the narcissistic traits, that people have about them, but they can't handle rejection, narcissists. And, you can see that a lot through text messaging because they just get so frustrated and angry, and then they start to insult you. And the funny thing about it is that they all do the same similar thing. They give the same type of response. So I'm kind of leaning more towards, I think that he is a narcissist, like, for sure. Like, there's no doubt about it. So, but we could talk about it at the end of the video. Y'all leave y'all comments down below and we'll talk about it. So I'm going to read these text messages between me and him from earlier. I'm going to be looking down a lot because I screenshot them, so they're kind of out of place. I'm going to tell y'all at the end of the video why I screenshot it. But it started off from a conversation that took place between me and another person, a person who's new, at work. And he jumped in on the conversation. We were talking about the schools doing this mandatory weekly testing, whether you are vaccinated or unvaccinated. And we were both sharing our views and opinions on how we feel about it, whether we're for it or against it. I already talked to y'all about that and how I feel about it. And I am unvaccinated. And I'm against the weekly mandated test, but I accept it more than you forcing me to get vaccinated. So I take that. I can respect that, even though I feel like it's putting you in a hard, place, like you're forcing a person to choose. But then at the same time, you're thinking about the children. It's just like so much on the scale, to look at. But I'm still unvaccinated. I don't have any, I just don't see myself doing it anytime soon. So I'll get the weekly test. I don't have a choice anyway for my job. So this person, they were like, well, I got, vaccinated because of my underlying issues and other people's depths, and it scared me and stuff like that. And I was just like, I understand it. People have their views. It's all about respecting everyone's personal decisions for whatever. So this person jumps in the conversation. And mind you, all of us have each other's number because we're in a group text now at work. That's just something that we do now at work. We're in a group text. But we were communicating, about work a lot of times. Just me and him texting back and forth. Never anything serious, always completely innocent. And it's just like, sometimes I'll be asking myself, am I just too nice for people? But then I'm like, well, it shouldn't really matter if you're a nice person. That shouldn't give a person the okay to just get beside themselves to the point where they approach you differently. And the moment you turn them down, okay, now here comes the insults. And that's what I'm getting out from this person. Before it got there, he jumps in on the conversation. Mind you, he knows that I'm unvaccinated, but she didn't know. He tells her that I'm not, and that the reason why, it's not 100% effective, but at the same time, it's 100%, it will prevent, a person from, dying. And I'm like, I don't believe that. I just don't believe it. But if that's what you believe, okay then, but I don't believe it. So he just go on and on, wanting to be right, constantly trying to change my mind. And I'm like, we're about to go on to another conversation, and you're still on this. We're talking about something else right now. So he was like, so you better do the right thing. You got to think about other people. And I'm like, you better get out of my face. That's what you better do. Because first of all, this conversation, you didn't have nothing to do with this. And then I hate for people to stunt on me. One thing I don't like is a fake person. Like, if you're going to be real all the way around the block. Don't come, at a moment that's supposed to just put you in this spotlight to make you look a certain way and act like you been feeling like that because you were against it. We both shared the same views. I can respect you more if you be honest and be like, I used to feel that way, but I changed my mind because of whatever. And I can respect that. I'm not mad at you. You're entitled to feel that way. You're entitled to do what you want to do with your body. And that's that. But don't be so fake about it to the point where you try to, like you telling me I need to do better. At one time, you felt that way. Unless you didn't, you were just a part of this conversation of everyone who was against it. And now it's like, now everyone's getting, the shot and everything. And so now, and then you went ahead and got it because you felt like that was the right thing to do, just to fit in. Like, I'm not the fit in type. And if you don't understand that, well, you're going to get it now. Or, you just will never know me. That's just not how I am. I don't fold under pressure. That's not me. So, yeah, but anyway, So me and the lady was talking about this, and he jumps in and he was like, so you better do the right thing. And I'm like, you better get out of my face, because that's the last thing I'm worried about. That's the right thing for you to do, is to get out of my face, because I don't want to hear that. And so there's that. And and then what happened after that? So that was pretty much it. But the thing about it is how he took it upon himself to tell her, you know, by by emphasizing on, I need to do the right thing. That pretty much let her know that I didn't have a shot. Just like the conversation I told y'all about the person with the three-way calling. I hate when people do stuff like, don't put me in this position to where, like, it comes out of nowhere. And I wasn't really expecting that from you. Like, don't do me like that. Because if you were so concerned, this is a conversation, just like I said about her in the three-way call, we could have had privately if you were so concerned. You just trying to look like this person. That's why I say I'm thinking now that he is a narcissist. Because I see the same similar, the same similar traits that the other person used with the three-way calling, acting like that she's so concerned that I go and get the shot because people are dying. And I'm like, you on a three-way with somebody. I just knew it. I just knew it because I know how she wrote. But to be doing it and using that narrative in that moment, with me, like, I don't need you to tell me about getting vaccinated when you smoke like a damn train all day and all night. You got asthma, you can hardly breathe, sometimes you can't get, like, you worried about me getting that, and look at your underlying health. Like, child, don't even make me go there. Like, I'm more healthier than all y'all without the shot. So don't even come at me, don't even play with me like that. But anyway, let me calm myself. Let me calm down. I just hate for people to play with me like that. Like, you be real and stop with all that, because it really leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And I'll really stop messing with somebody, on that basis, just for you showing me just that little bit of part of you. So when he did that and I just dismissed him, I thought that was going to be the end of it, but it wasn't. So what did he do? Something later on that day, and I was like, no, I was aggravated. I was like, no, I did not answer him in a way to where it just dismissed him again. So he was like, what did I do? What's wrong? Where's the sweet Felicia that I always talk to? Where is she? Because I don't know who this person is. And I say, I'm the same person that you just rode the wrong way. And he said, how? And I say, don't worry about it. You don't know, don't worry about it. So that's it. I was very dismissive about it because I had come to the conclusion, I've already made my mind up that I just don't want to really communicate with you anymore. I just don't, because you don't know how to hold nothing to yourself. And then you start showing me this side of you that just seems fake, And so he texted me later on and he said, let me get the text message out because let's see. I'm really trying to find them. They all out of place. But he was like, I think this is it. Oh. But anyway, yeah, so I'm sorry about that. I know I'm gonna have to probably speed this video because it's gonna be long. So he texted me and he was like, I'm just interested in getting to know you. He was saying, did I do you something? And I said, no, I told you don't worry about it. So he was like, I'm just interested in getting to know you. You barely talk, so what could I have possibly said? That's when I told him, you know what you did. So he came in the school and was like, what did I do? And it's just like a narc. Like, they got to approach you. Like, we could have kept it in the, we could have kept texting. You didn't have to come physically approach me to ask me that. So it was like, what did I do? And I remember the other narc, the female narc who I work with, she did that during one of those times when she went silent on me and she waited until a lot of people was around and I was just off doing my own little thing. And she approached me to put on a show and she was like, you ready to start being my friend again? What did I do? And I'm like completely dumbfounded, like, what are you talking about? You stopped talking to me for absolutely no reason at all. And then you approach me saying, are you ready to be my friend again? What did I do to you? Like, you see how they crazy make, like they really want people to think that you are the one with the problem. But anyway, so that's what I got from that moment when he approached me. He came back inside and was like, what did I do? Like, I need you to talk to me. Like, if you don't back up off me, like, you're a little bit too hostile. You need to calm down a little bit. And so he was like, okay, I just don't understand. And he was like, need to check yourself. Like, what is wrong? They are crazy. I'm telling y'all, they're crazy. They don't know how to handle rejection. So then he texts again and said, I personally think that you should loosen up a little bit and let yourself be free. And if I did say something that I shouldn't have said, there we go with that. If I said something that I shouldn't have said, then I truly apologize. And then I just wasn't responding. It was like, this was at 3:11 p.m. This how long this text took place yesterday between me and him. From that morning, from 8 o'clock that morning to way long after work. And this was 3:11 p.m. So he was like, if I did say something I shouldn't have, I truly apologize. And that was at 3:11. So 3:51, he says, hello, well, I guess Felicia has left the building. Your act is impressive. Vanishing, laugh out loud. And I'm like, that's just like a narc to tell you wrong for going silent when this is something that they do on a regular basis. I ain't going silent. My reasoning for my silent treatment is different from yours. My intent is for peace. Like, get away from me. I don't want your negative energy around me. Your intent to go silent is because you can't have your way with me, so you're punishing me. So you can't use that with me. It was just funny. Like, when I read that, I just laughed. So I said, because mind y'all touch, I say, I'm not interested in you. I replied at, I didn't even reply back until this morning. So all them text messages took place from 8 o'clock yesterday morning, and then it ended at 3:51. when he sent that last reply talking about I vanished. So I replied at 5:33 this morning. I say I am not interested in getting to know you like that because I'm cool with just being friends or associates. But you're making me not want to deal with you at all. That's why I didn't say anything else. And I say I don't entertain people's opinions of me or failed attempts of insults. Because you need that to feed into your curiosities and insecurities. I said I'm not used to that type of feedback from. I said I am used to that type of feedback from people who can't figure me out. Let me click on. Dang. And I said I'm gonna keep on being that way. Now you have a blessed morning. Okay, that was at 5:33 this morning. So he takes back at 5:51 this morning. He says, well, friends is cool with me. It's just that there are times when it seems like you are in a dark place. I say, what do you mean about a dark place? I'm not in a dark place. But trust me, never that. That's normally something that people say when they can't figure you out. And again, I'm good with that. So he says, shame on you. I'm your friend. And they want you to feel bad and guilty because you're just not giving them the feedback they need. He was like, what time did he send it? Because this screenshot and the times are cut off. Dang. Oh, he saw this at 9 something. He says, shame on you. I'm your friend and not a person to label like the other buster that you're involved with. What is you talking? Then he said, you may have dealt with bad people, but this is, and he said his name, I'm different. I'm a different type of guy. Oh, and by the way, I don't want nothing sexual from you. I know that you're probably thinking that. I'm just thinking that you should probably try a little tenderness. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm just ignoring him. And then what else did he say? Because it went on more. Please, I hope I did not delete. Well, anyway, I ended up blocking him after I said the last thing that I needed to say to him. And I did. I deleted. But I did tell him that. I say, look, again, that's just your opinion. That's just how you feel. And I'm just not going to entertain it. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. So I was very dismissive of all of that he was sending me. And it's like he took it as a rejection. And so, of course, he didn't take it very well. So he kept coming back saying the same thing. You just need to lighten up a little bit. It's something about you that don't seem right. You need to go and talk to somebody. You need to go get help. I'm like, what is you talking about? Okay, carry on. So I just let him go on and on and on. I wasn't responding to it. I decided not saying anything else. So he says this other thing about, he says something where he really, really tried to go in deep, and I just had to respond after that. But it has something to do with if you don't take that issue serious, people are going to worry about you. And that's what I worry about, what people are thinking about you. And I was just like, I don't give a damn what nobody think about me. First of all, you're just saying all this because you can't have your way. I know how I'm used to y'all know how y'all act. And then he was like, like you need to go talk to somebody if you have a problem because you had a friend. But you have a friend where you had a friend. But I don't know, because I don't have time for little girls. I'm a grown man. Holler at me when you're ready to, just stupid stuff that people say, again, when they feel rejected. And that's when I just responded and said, that's your opinion. You're entitled to that. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I don't care about your thoughts of me. That's what people say. People pretty much say anything when they can't figure you out. And he said, no, it's not an opinion. And then he was in caps. I'm like, there you go. It's not an opinion. It's an analysis. And I know I'm right. And I say, well, your analysis is just an opinion and it's insulting. And I'm used to insults because that's how people respond when they can't handle rejection. And I know that pissed them off. And I say, so from now on, I don't think we should communicate unless it is work related only. So don't text me anymore. If you have anything to say to me, only if it's about work. So don't text me again. And so he was saying something else, but I didn't read it. And I went on and blocked him. So when he came into work, first I screenshotted all that and then I blocked it. But I did leave out that part. Like I wanted to tell y'all word for word. He came back into work after he went on his rounds. And then he just kept the body language, the slamming things around. I was like, you cannot do me. Like, I'm too good at this. Like, don't play with me like that. I'm gonna shut you down. And I'm gonna be so cool about it. Ain't nobody gonna know because you're the only one that's carrying that hostile energy. It's all over you. Look at you. You can't focus. You slamming things down. You keep trying to come around me. Same thing a female normally does at work. You're finding an excuse to go way across the, out of your way to come near me to do something that you could have done on the whole other side of the kitchen. It's just like they just do stupid stuff. They make it so easy for you to point them out and how they handle rejection. And they can't. Bottom line, they just can't. So, that's all I just really want to share with y'all today about that happening at work. It was crazy. And it was hilarious. At the same time, the things that they come up with, it's just like they are all the same when it comes up to how they react to things and how they respond. They say the same thing. It's always a problem with you. You need to go talk to somebody else. People are going to be worried. People are worried about what you talking about. So you went from trying to holler at me. I think you're a good looking woman. I want to take you out. All I want to do is just get to know you and you just shut me down. Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm shutting you down. I have something called a preference and you're not my preference. So deal with it. Accept it and move on. And it's just like they can't handle it. You go from all that to there's there's something wrong with me and I need to go talk to somebody, because now the people at work that quick, everybody's worried about me, and you don't even socialize with these people around me. I've been here long enough to know them way more than you, and I know one thing for sure: you're not communicating with them about me because you don't want nobody to even know that you're trying to get that supply in a different way. So you had it through conversation. Now you don't even have it like that anymore unless it's strictly work related. So now you lost it all. You can blame yourself for that. And now you walk around and sweating, big bulge eyes. They all have that stupid, deer caught in the headlights look on their face. That's how he looked. He's sweating bullets, veins popping out his arm. He's moving like 100 miles, going nowhere fast, just like the female narc used to do. I'm like, boy, it's like a spirit in here, an evil spirit that attaches itself on each and every one of them, just goes around. And see, it can't get at me because I'm going to reject it. You're not going to get on me. I'm not even like, if I come to work, I feel the way where I'm just not feeling work. I'm still not going to allow this spirit in me. You're not going to see that in me. I'm just not having it. And it's like they allow evil to just take over them and use them. Like you have a choice. You have a choice. You have a power and control over yourself. And you choose to be that way. And you make it harder on yourself. Because of that Jezebel spirit. It's going to take you down. It's going to take you way down. And you're just going to wish that you would have. But they don't think that way. So that's the end of this video. Y'all, thank you for watching. Leave your thoughts down below. Do you think he's a narcissist? Well, I already think he is, but just leave your thoughts down below and let me know how you feel. I will talk to y'all soon.